So what we're doing is that we are trying to push products, be it software products or maybe physical products. So we are looking at how to push them to the market. And one of the ways that we use is SEO. And I feel that developers need to have maybe, even if it's the basic skills in SEO, so that they can know what the search engines are doing and how they can use the search engines to sell their products. Because I'm sure today you have searched for something on Google, maybe you have searched something on Bing, or maybe ask.com, and the results that pop up on your device was caused by SEO. So the person who is behind that website that you visited had done some bit of SEO, so they had optimized so that you could see what they have. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. So I don't know whether we have maybe some understanding, or maybe you have an idea on what SEO is. Anyone? Maybe you have an idea on what SEO basically means, and what do you need to have your website, or maybe to have your software products SEO optimized. Hi, anyone? Someone has typed something. So yeah, we have Anne. She says that it's search engine optimization. So yeah, so SEO basically is search engine optimization. But now, how do we now optimize that? So sure, Marilyn says that it helps with web traffic. Sure, that's true. So in SEO, we are looking at, let's say that you have a website that talks about the products that you're selling, or maybe the web app that you want to market to the world. Or maybe you have an app on Apple Store, or maybe on Google Play Store. So are there something that you need to do so that it pops up? Maybe let's say it's a product that talks about mobile loans. Then when someone is typing for mobile loans, you want your app or your product to be the one that pops up and maybe has the best reviews. So what you're trying to do is that you're going to compete and come at the top. So I think this is just the introduction of myself. So I'm an SEO specialist at Belva. So I've been in SEO for 4 years. So currently I'm at Belva. So as Marilyn said, is that we want to get web traffic. And one thing that I've found out is that we might be very good in developing applications. We might be very good in coming up with software products, but the marketing is where the challenge comes in. So how do you tell the world about what you have? And no matter how good your product is, you have to tell the world about it, because nobody's going to find out about it. So there's a meme here that I found on this guy, Drake. So there's a dev startup founder. They are asked to read about this marketing ebook by a guy called Seth Godin. He's a very good digital marketer. The guy is put off by that. But then when they are told, okay, well, there is a library that you could install. This is Python, yeah. If you could install this library, then things would work out. But the problem is that we do not have any marketing library. We do not have any repository that you could put and have marketing just comes out instantly. You have to really work out for it and tell the world what you are really working on. So some of the ways that you could use to tell the world of your software products, one is SEO that we're going to be looking at. Then there's also paid ads. So I'm sure you have seen so many ads today, either on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, name them. Then there's also public relations. You in this case now you are maybe going to newspapers, to news websites, and asking them that they write about your product. So that's more about public relations. Then there's also email marketing. I'm sure today maybe you have seen emails about different products that maybe there was a time that you subscribed to an email list, and now the marketers on the other end are trying to sell you this product. So these are some of the ways that you could tell the world about your product. So I'm just going to be looking at the SEO strategies that you need to implement. And in this case, I'm going to be talking about websites. I'm sure you have other products. Maybe you have apps on Play Store and all that you could be developing. But in this case, I'm going to talk about websites because I find it very nice that when you have maybe even an app, that you still go ahead and create a website about what you're doing so that people can get more information about your app even before you redirect them to the Apple Store, App Store, or whatever other place that you have the app, you have it hosted. Some of the strategies that we need to look into. So the first thing that you need to do is you have to do some research on what you're going to have on your website. So we usually talk about keyword research. So let's say, for example, you have a product called, let me use an example of what. So there's a website, for example, called cm.com that sells WhatsApp chat bots. So other than them just being known by the name cm.com, they also have to target generic terms that would have users come to their website. So for example, someone is searching for WhatsApp chatbot in Kenya, someone is searching for conversational commands, someone is searching for conversational AI chatbot or other things like those. So you need to come up with generic terms that people would normally go for, would normally type on their search engines. At the same time, you also want to create content that answers their pain points. So someone may be searching for a WhatsApp chatbot is really trying to look into how they can tell, they can have what conversational marketing. So maybe someone is searching for how to do conversational marketing in Kenya or something, how to sell products on WhatsApp, how to. I hope you're getting the drift here. So you're trying to answer their pain points, and from these you create content, you create web content that is now going to answer these questions. So keyword research is the backbone for your gaining organic traffic. So in SEO, we are looking for organic traffic. So as I had mentioned earlier, we also have paid ads. For paid ads, now you are paying for the traffic. But for SEO, you are getting it organically. You don't have to pay for it. It's just that Google is going to rank you at the top of the search engines, and then you can get the free traffic. So you're looking at two things: that your website, that your keywords have low competition, that there are not too many people who are competing for the same keyword, but at the same time, there is a high search volume. For example, we are going into the holiday season, and people will be buying gifts. People will be buying gifts. So for example, someone is buying an iPhone for their cousin or maybe for their loved ones. So they want to get maybe the best iPhone, maybe or the latest iPhone in Kenya, or maybe let's say best technological product. Maybe it's they are buying for their techie friend. So best technological product for a friend this Christmas. So there's going to be lots of traffic on that. So this is a seasonal niche. So you want something that has low competition. Not too many people are trying to sell the same thing, but then there is high search volume. So there are some tools that we usually use. Some of them are paid and others are free. For example, there is Google Keyword Planner, which is a free tool, is a free keyword research tool. So what it tells you is the search volume of a keyword and also the competition, the number of people who are competing for the same. So there's others, for example, RS and SEMrush. So these are paid tools. So they'll also help you with the keyword research. For example, I had done a keyword research for the term bulk SMS. So you can see that it has a search volume of 900 on the top. You can see on the top right. So 900, and then the SEO difficulty is 28. So this SEO difficulty starts at 0 to 100. So if the term is maybe 90 to 100, then that's a very difficult term. But then if it's from 0 all the way to maybe 30, then that's a term that you could try to compete for. So the first thing, as I said, is that you have to do this keyword research, come up with keywords that have high search volume and low competition. And the competition is now determined by the SEO difficulty here. So you also have to look at two types of keywords. That is, keywords that have a transactional intent, and then those that have informational intent. Keywords that have a transactional intent and those that have informative intent. So transactional intent is keywords that people would type when they want to buy something. Yeah. So for example, let's say, for example, I want to buy an iPhone, or maybe I want to buy a smartphone less than maybe 20K. So I type best smartphone for 20K in Kenya. So I search for that on Google. So what is going to come up is different websites that are maybe selling this product. So there is that keyword where I want to buy maybe best smartphone for 20K. So that's a commercial or a transactional intent. In this case, I want to buy. But then I could also type how to dry your smartphone when it falls in water. So this is a informative keyword. In this case, I'm just seeking for information. I'm not interested in buying. Yeah? So that's the difference. So in your website, you're going to come up with content that has both transactional intent and also informative intent. So it all boils down to what do you want to do. But when someone is searching for how to dry a smartphone when it falls in water, then that is, you're not going to try to sell to them. You're just going to give them information on how they are going to dry their smartphone. But then when they are typing for best smartphone for less than 20K, then you can sell to them, yeah? Okay. So the secret of doing your keyword research like a pro is to think like a customer. So we have been doing software development, and there is so much technical things around it. But then the customer just wants something very simple. Yeah, they just want something very simple. Maybe in the case of cm.com, someone is just looking for how to sell their e-commerce products to people on WhatsApp. So maybe that's a keyword that they just typed on their search engine. So in this case, you should think like them. Don't talk about AI, don't talk about so many difficult things that they are not interested in, yeah? Don't write about things that do not capture what they are looking for. So get into their head, yeah? Yeah, understand them and use their language. Use the simplest language that they are using, and in this way, you'll be addressing their pain points. The next thing is you have to create converting copy. you have to create converting content. Yeah. So a website is made up of web pages, and these web pages have to have content written on them. So these content needs to be as converting as possible. By converting is that they are persuading, then they are in a conversational tone. They're in a tone that the people can understand easily and they can relate with. At the same time, you want to address the problems they are facing, and also talk about the solution in a way that they are going to fall in love with your product. So once you have your list of keywords, you can then go ahead and create great content that would have your readers convert. In case maybe you're not maybe really good in this, then of course you can always get copywriters from different platforms who can help you with this. The other thing is you have to infuse NLP, natural language processing. So this is where, for example, if you're talking about bulk SMS in Kenya, that's a topic that you are looking into, then search engines are nothing but algorithms. Yeah. So there's this quote by this guy who is a renowned SEO professional, Kyle Roof. So he says that Google's algorithm is just an algorithm. So the search engine does not read your content in a human way. It does not really understand so much. Yeah? It's just another algorithm, just another mathematics program. So you have to make sure that you use words that is going to understand and say that this guy is talking about bulk SMS. So for example, in this case, I had come up with terms, for example, mass sending. So maybe someone is not going to search for bulk SMS in Kenya. They're going to search for maybe mass sending software, maybe SMS mass sending software or something. Then maybe this is someone who is looking for a bulk SMS solution for a school, a hospital. At the same time, they are also maybe looking to do, they're looking into how they can create awareness about their products to their customers. So use the word customer somewhere. Maybe words like SMS API gateway. Then we have maybe company. Then we also have SMS ID. Yeah, so telcos, you can talk about Safaricom. Someone wants to send bulk SMS to Safaricom subscribers, Airtel, Telcom. Then, of course, you'll have terms, for example, short code, USSD, then opt-in, spam, blast, send, recipient, mobile phone. So in this case, you are now we are talking about NLP. This is language that the algorithm will understand and tell that this guy is talking about bulk SMS. If, for example, we are talking about WhatsApp, you could talk about WhatsApp Business API. Let's say, for example, I'm selling a solution that does WhatsApp chatbots. So I'll talk about the word chatbot itself. Then maybe I'll talk about WhatsApp Business API. I'll talk about maybe conversational AI, conversational commerce. So terms like those, then they are going to tell the search engine that this guy is talking about this topic. So the next thing that you want to look into is to have topical relevance. Topical relevance. So when you have your website with all the web pages, you want to make sure that you have what we call topical relevance. So with topical relevance, we're just talking about topical authority. So how do you do it? One, you could have it by using a byline that portrays thought leadership. For example, if today you are to see 2 articles about telecommunication, or maybe what is the latest trend? 5G, yeah? So maybe an article written by Safaricom CEO, Mr. Peter Njenga, and then another article written by just another guy, maybe just me. So of course you're going to trust the article written by Peter Njenga, yeah? Mr. Peter Njenga, because he's an authority in that topic. Yeah. So you want to also make sure that your web content is captured by a byline that people can trust, and at the same time search engine can relate to, because as we are talking about NLP, search engines can relate different people to different topics. Yeah. So if, for example, Mr. Peter Njenga talked about telecommunication today, wrote an article on telecommunication, and then tomorrow he writes something about medicine, then he would not be ranked that easily for the medical topic because he's not an authority in that topic. Yeah. Yes. So then the other thing is you want to have your blog content interlinked. Yeah. In this case, let's say, for example, we are selling the bulk SMS solution. So you want to have like 5 different web pages on the same topic. Maybe the one is the one that you are trying to sell the solution to people. The other one is how maybe different companies have used bulk SMS and the kind of ROI they have seen from this. Then you want to interlink this content. You want to create links, internal links. Yeah, I'm sure you understand the concept of links. Yeah. So, for example, I was looking at this web page by a website by cm.com. So they are selling WhatsApp chatbots. So you can see, for example, the first article that was written on October 26th, sorry. The topic is personalization in e-commerce. There's more than hi, John. So they are talking about chatbots for e-commerce. Then the next one is how to design and customize your website chatbot with no code. So here they are looking at how to integrate your chatbot into your website. So you can see that these two are related to each other because we are talking about the same topic, that is chatbots. Then 3 ways of enhancing customer experience with conversational commerce. Again, this is something that is interrelated. And if you now explore these different web pages, you're going to see that each of them has a link to the other one. Yeah, has a link to the other one. So in this case, they have created what we talked about here, topical relevance. So their related blog content is interlinked to each other. So that's topical relevance. Then the other thing, after you have created this content, you have to make sure that you have it submitted for indexing. So I've seen cases where someone has created a website, it's deployed, so it's not on the test server, it's live and people can see it, but then it is not yet submitted for indexing. Maybe they have put what do you call it, a meta no index code, a meta no index tag, maybe in the header of the website, and so search engine cannot be able to index this content. You have to make sure that your context reads so the what do you call it, the meta content index, it reads index. At the same time, there's another file called robots.txt. So you have to make sure that you have not blocked your content from being indexed by search engines. And how do you do this? To search whether a website is indexed, you just put this operator site, then full colon, then the domain name. So for example, here I was looking at site.canva.com. So canva.com is a really nice graphic design tool. Actually, it's a software product that was launched some times back. And so I was looking at the number of web pages that they have indexed. And as you can see, it's indexed and it's returning all the domains and the subdomains that they have. So it's only that maybe this screenshot is too small, but they have much and so many of their URLs are indexed. So if a URL is not indexed, then you can be sure that you're not going to rank. Yeah? You're not going to get any organic traffic, and it's going to affect so many things, because you can only maybe get traffic from the paid ads, from the social media. But if your objective is to get organic traffic from search engines, then make sure that your content is indexed. Then you also have to make sure that your technical SEO is on point. By this, we are talking about things like the website speed. How fast does your website load? And then your JavaScript, make sure that it's not blocking your site from being indexed. So JavaScript, there are so many issues with JavaScript, by the way, that you need to be sure that the way your JavaScript website is rendered, we always talk about render, because what happens is that a website needs first to be fetched, that is crawled by the search engine. Then the next thing is to have it rendered, and how it's rendered will determine what is indexed. So you could be having lots of chunks of content that were maybe brought in with JavaScript code, but then the way they are being rendered is that they are being omitted, and so that's affect indexing. So the technical SEO, you must also have some good hosting. I think I saw in one of the YouTube videos that I think you are using DigitalOcean or something. Yeah, so I think that's a good host for websites and or your applications. But there are other hosting platforms that are not really good, because some of them give you very low disk space, and this affects your website load speed. Maybe you are not able to upload as many images or as much content as you want. So you also want to have your images in the right format. So these days, people are using WebP as opposed to PNG and JPEG, because those are rather big, and they could cause issues with your speed. Then you also want to minify your CSS and JavaScript. I'm sure you guys are good in these things. Then you also want to fix your HTTP status code. So, for example, we know that HTTP status code 200 is when a page has been fetched and has been returned. So everything is good, everything is green. But then there are other cases where you could have maybe a 404, a page that was indexed, was initially indexed, but then someone deleted it and they did not redirect it. So you want to avoid such cases and have everything is green, yeah? HTTP status code 200. So you want to make sure that you fix all these errors, and these errors can be shown through one free tool called Google Search Console. So when you have your website up and running, you want to install Google Search Console tracking codes, so that it could be telling you what is the experience of Google search engine when they try to crawl your website, when they try to index. Yeah. So the other bit about your tech SEO is you have to make sure that your site is mobile friendly. So these days, everybody is shifting to mobile. And you're going to see that most of your traffic to your website is going to be from mobile devices as opposed to desktops. So you want to make sure that your site is really responsive on mobile. It's really friendly. It's giving the user a nice experience. Yeah. Then the other thing is that you also want to make sure that you have your content interlinked. I think I mentioned that when I was talking about the cm.com example. Then you also have schema markup language. So as I had said, algorithms are just algorithms. You have to really try to help them to know what your web content is about. Yeah. So if, for example, you are running a website that talks about local business, you have to make sure that you put the local business schema on the header of the web page. If it's an FAQ, that's a frequently asked questions page, then you also want to make sure that you have an FAQ schema in that web page. And of course, you must have friendly URLs. Yeah, by friendly URLs, I'm talking about them being short and having the keyword, having the target keyword. Let's say, for example, the case of bulk SMS. So, say my domain is what? JamesNjenga.com. Then my URL would be jamesnjenga.com/bulk SMS. Then the other thing we talk about in SEO is off-page optimization. So what I've just discussed about is on-page optimization. On-page optimization is what you do to the website itself, to the pages. But then you have to do something else off the website. Here we are talking about getting backlinks. That is links from other websites. So external links tell search engines that other websites see you as an authority in the topic. Say, for example, you have a link from Wikipedia. Maybe you are talking, your website is about WhatsApp chatbots, and then there is this Wikipedia page on chatbots, and then there is a link from that Wikipedia website to your own website. Then that tells search engines that you are indeed an authority in this topic, and that they should rank you for the keywords that you are trying to target. Yeah. So the other thing is getting local business directory links. Yeah. So there are so many business directories, for example, in Nairobi, that talk about different businesses. So for example, there's Business List, there is Yellow Pages. So all these are sites where you can go and create a citation that point back to your website. Even social media profiles. So you've seen maybe someone has a Facebook page about their business, and then there is a link pointing from that Facebook page to their website, or maybe LinkedIn and all these other social media profiles. So they are really important. They tell search engine that this is a business that indeed does exist, and so we should treat it as a real business. Then the other thing that you want to do after you have done the on-page and off-page optimization is to track what you're doing. Yeah. When your customers or when your readers come to your website, you want to know what they are doing. Where are they clicking? Where are they maybe bouncing off? Where they may be spending lots of time? Where they may be getting challenges in filling up forms. So how do you do this? You install website analytics tools. For example, we have Google Analytics, which is a free tool. Microsoft Clarity is also a free tool, and Google Tag Manager. So with these tools, you'll be able to tell the number of page views that you're getting, the number of sessions that you are recording, what is the best page on your website, which is that one page that is driving lots of organic traffic, and how are the people behaving when they come to that website. What are the buttons that they are clicking? Where are they scrolling past? And where are they bouncing away? So with this website analytics tool, then you'll have an upper hand in knowing what to improve in your website. So I think that's it from my end. I think we could have questions in case there are some questions.
Thank you, James. So anyone with a question from the audience?
I have a question. James, say you visit a certain website, then you most likely you accept cookies from that page. Thereafter, when you come to search for something, it will be most likely related to what you are searching from the previous page that you had accepted the cookies for. Is this part of SEO?
Thanks for your question. So while that is not part of that's more of the paid media, because what they have done in this case, while SEO could have brought you to the website, that is in the beginning you came to the website maybe because of SEO. Maybe you are looking for a certain topic and then you went to that, or maybe you are looking for a certain product and you went to that website. Then what happened is that there were cookies, as you said, and then now they are trying to remarket. They are trying to retarget you. So it's more of paid. In this case now, it's more of paid media.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So SEO could be the beginning. That is what brought you to the website. And then from there, what marketers try to do is that they either try to retarget you through the paid media. That's a paid media ads that follow you everywhere you go. Or they could also ask you to sign up to maybe a free ebook, or maybe you just sign up to their email subscription list. So they now try to use email marketing to get you back to the website and to get you back to read their content, or maybe to buy their products. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, it's answered. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Okay. I don't think there's any other question from the audience.
Okay.
Thank you, James, for your time and for the masterclass that you just presented on SEO. I'm sure it will come in handy during the deployment phase of the projects that the bootcamp engineers are currently doing. Yeah, we appreciate you for your time, and yes, thank you very much. We're looking forward to having you again for another session on the same.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, team, for your time. It has been awesome. Thanks for meeting you, and thanks for your time.